On this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast,
Wolfkin alone weak. Wolfkin together strong.
The party encounters a stranger.
Yeah, it looks like it's some sort of man lying on the ground.
Approaches cautiously.
I have the softest paws in the lands.
And makes a discovery.
Here's what I propose. This is interesting.
Their story continues.
I am not going to cut that.
I wouldn't want you to.
Now.
And here it is, episode 3. How you guys feeling?
I'm dreading the day that I accidentally delete an episode.
I feel strongly.
Feel strongly? What do you feel strongly about?
I didn't think that far ahead.
Okay. So just you feel very strong?
I just feel very strongly. Not strong.
You don't feel strong, just strongly.
Yes. About something.
About something.
Don't know what yet.
I feel strongly about you, Jacob.
Aww.
Yeah.
That could go both ways, though, to be fair.
Kinda. Yeah.
Okay. A bird was just flipped.
Well, we're gonna go. Woo.
Are we enjoying Forbidden Lands?
No.
No, not at all.
So much.
Worst game ever.
Worst game. What do you hate about it?
How fun it is!
I hate that it has to stop.
That's a good point.
I really appreciate the D6 system. I think that it's simple to understand. I think that you are going to minimalize a lot of issues with the different dice types. Because you know what? They're all D6s.
Yeah, it's real easy to make adjustments because in your 5e, you roll again with advantage. That's not too bad. You have some bonus to your die. Pathfinder, it's particularly bad because you have to add a lot of modifiers up and subtract stuff.
You mean Math Finder?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, love it though.
But here it's just you add a die, you take it away. It's pretty easy to keep up with, I find. But speaking about the game system, I have some rule adjustments that I want to talk about before we get into today's ep.
Oh Jesus.
I don't think it's going to be too bad. I had some thoughts coming away. So we recorded episode 1 and 2 in a session in Forbidden Lands. And that's a session is a unit of time that you measure for XP and stuff in the game system. So I was coming away from that. And I was thinking about some things. I think we've been doing pretty good with this so far, but I want to make sure that we do less die rolling, which is weird to say, especially coming off of 5e and Pathfinder. Die rolls, are supposed to be a little bit more. In this game, you don't just roll a perception check into every room you go into. You only have to roll whenever it matters for something. But the one exception to that, and I think we got really better at it towards the end of the second episode, is the survival, exploration, and crafting side of the game, because you're supposed to make certain checks to do stuff every day. So I'm going to try to make sure we speed that along because it can be easy to get bogged down in all those die rolls. But connected to that is I want to make sure that we don't push as many rolls as we have been, because I was reading in the player's handbook recently, or I was looking around online. A lot of people are a lot more stringent about when you can and can't push. And the player's handbook doesn't necessarily tell you when you can and can't push. The only thing it kind of specifies is that if you, I'll quote this because I have it written here in my notes. If you are desperate to succeed with a skill roll, you can choose to push it. And I feel like we've been pushing rolls where it's not necessarily so desperate. It's more just fail safe, an extra person scouting, or we're doing other stuff. I'm not going to be real stringent on it. I just want to make sure that we have a good case that you're desperate to succeed on a skill roll, because I think we might run the risk of having too many willpower points get in the game, and it's not supposed to be as readily available perhaps as it has been so far. It's not a big deal. We're only 2 episodes in.
I feel as though because of our RPG history, we're always going to be desperate though. So we're going to have trouble deciding what is a desperate situation. Because as soon as I fail something, I'm like, shit.
Yeah,
we're all going to die.
It's hard not to consider something desperate when if you fail, you could fall into a ravine.
That's fair.
And that's just a foraging check.
Or,
right there.
or if you fail during a spell, you could literally get dragged down by demons.
I can't push those anyway.
Yeah, and I mean, stuff around spells is a little bit easier to justify. I'm just like, I think in my mind, if it's like a scouting roll to, like, those are the little bit more egregious ones because that's a wits check, so that's a mental ability, And it doesn't make a lot of sense to push that necessarily, because it's harder from a narrative point of view to explain like how you're pushing yourself with it. Again, I'm willing to be flexible if you can come up with a good narrative reason each time, but in general, the book doesn't say it super explicitly, doesn't get into when you can and can't do it. It just says the GM has a call, and then you're supposed to push like if you're really desperate to succeed. But yeah, I was just trying to make sure we approach the game the way it's meant to be played, and I noticed that. I don't think it's a super big deal, but we'll see how it goes. The other thing around rules that I hinted at earlier is that we're considering every 2 episodes to be a session of Forbidden Lands. Obviously, we're going to play around them, trying to have some sort of ending each episode instead of it just blurring one to the other. But what that means is every other episode we need to deal with XP. And because it is the 3rd episode, so we've already had 2 that are a session, we need to deal with XP from that.
Yeehaw it is.
Whoop, whoop.
All right, so the way XP works is we have this kind of checklist that we go through whenever we've finished a session. So because we just did the last 2 episodes, we're ready to go through this. Everyone got their character sheets pulled up?
Yes.
All right, so the first item is, did you participate in the game session? You get 1 XP just for being there. I think you were all participating.
I think I missed it. I'm sorry.
Well, you see, I wasn't comatose, so I would argue I was.
Yeah. Jacob barely made it in on a scheduling conflict. Second one, did you travel through at least 1 hex on the game map that you had not visited before?
I would say
We did. We explored several.
You certainly did. Did you discover a new adventure site? You did, because you found the outpost, Boulder Post. So that's 3. Did you defeat 1 or more monsters? You did not.
The ogre doesn't count.
The ogre does not count as a monster in the game. Did you find a treasure, 1 gold or more? I don't believe we did.
Nope.
No. Unless you consider the Rust Brother a treasure, because who knows the price of a human soul?
He's barely a human.
Here, I thought you were going to be the value of friendship or something like that.
No,
he's not our friend.
We're not friends. We're already a family.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Did you build a function in your stronghold? You guys don't have a stronghold yet.
Yet.
Did any of you activate your pride?
No.
That was a no.
No.
All right. So the pride, just for those listening, is a mechanic in this game. It's something that your character is good at, that you pick at the time of character creation. Could be that, like, if your character is particularly good at finding their way in the wilderness, that could be their pride. And that way, if the way that works is if you fail a roll related to your pride, so if you failed a lead the way check, so to speak, you can roll a D12 and add the result. And the D12 has like the chance to go from like 1 success to 4 successes on it. It's a 50-50 chance to get a success or more. That way you have a bigger chance to succeed on something that you're proud of. But if you fail, you have to remove your pride and then come up with a new one the next session.
The session after the next. You have to play 1 session without pride.
Yes. Sorry. Wasn't super clear on that. And then the next bullet point here for XP. Did you suffer from your dark secret? Did any of you, we haven't gone over your dark secrets because we're kind of keep that behind the screen for your characters. I think, Cahoon suffered from his dark secret.
I threw up.
Lucky.
That's an XP for Cahoon.
Woo.
All right. And then another one here. Did you risk your life for another PC?
No, I don't think so. We had a normal combat.
Yeah.
But we never even got hit.
Yeah. None of you really put your self in the way of harm for another player because you just didn't have to.
Yeah.
It's going to be really difficult to decide that with me because I'm melee.
Yeah, that will get tricky.
It'll really depend on, it's less of what you're doing and more of the reasoning behind it. So if someone was being attacked and then you stepped up to attack the person attacking them, I would consider that risking yourself because you're drawing that attention.
Especially if you were like low on your attributes or there was a reason that was a big risk.
Yeah,
that's a good way to think about it. Okay, and then the last one here, did you perform an extraordinary action of some kind?
I left myself a note that I should argue that getting 3 successes on the stealth attack with a lot of rolls in one go is kind of extraordinary from the ogre attack. But
that's a good point.
Like to come up with the idea to go stealth and then to actually succeed with a lot of successes, I thought was kind of cool, even though that's a dice thing, not necessarily a me thing.
Yeah, well, I mean, and you were also the one, I think you did by far the most damage to it because you got to shoot twice. I will give it to you for a rule of fun.
Yes!
So Dreamin's the only one who's an XP short of everyone else.
It's okay. I'll make up for it one day.
So that means we got 4, right?
I
Me and Kat?
believe so. You and Kat should have gotten 4 and Dreamin got 3.
It's all right. 3's all you need to get a new talent.
Yep. So have you guys looked at the way this game works is you take your experience points and you can spend them on either improving your skills, like you could learn a new skill, or you could increase the rank you have in a skill. It costs more and more XP the higher you go into a skill, or you can learn a talent or increase your rank in a talent that you already have. Do any of you guys know what you want to do with your XP, or are you banking it up?
I've considered there's a talent that lets you increase your carry weight that I've been looking at.
Oh, I thought you were going to make armor.
I already have that one.
Oh, you already have that one?
Or I had also considered getting something like fast footwork or the Perry Madugenheimer.
Carry weight's kind of been a problem for you guys. Do you know what the talent is called for that?
No, I was about to look it up and find out.
I have a question for while he's looking that up. How much does it cost to buy a second rank?
All right, let me get into that. So let's look at this. To increase your rank in a talent by 1 step costs a number of XP equal to the rank you want to attain multiplied by 3. So if you are learning a talent, it is 3 XP. To go from rank 1 to rank 2 in a talent would cost 6 XP. There is special casing around learning a new talent because there's like stuff you have to do to be able to get it. But if you already have a talent, you can go from rank 1 to rank 2, with 6 XP, which you guys got 4, so it's not really in the cards this time around, but 1 more XP drop and you could definitely do that. Cahoon, is there anything that you're looking at taking with your XP immediately, or are you saving it up?
I am honestly looking at Knife Fighter.
Okay.
Just so that I can be more stabby. I am a rogue after all.
Stabby stab.
Mm-hmm.
Mixed
Interesting.
stabber.
So what does Knife Fighter do for you? I'm trying to find it right now.
On rank 1, which is the one that I would be able to get right now, my attack rolls would be modified by +1 whenever I fight with a knife or dagger.
And is this a general talent, or is this something related to
This is general.
Okay, cool.
I'd look at just rogue talents.
Keep in mind that to do a talent like a... Oh, wait, that spells. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lucky.
So
Did you say monkey?
I said lucky. Monkey.
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 The one I had been looking at and considering was Pack Rat, which would net me 2 additional items without being encumbered, which would be normal items. So that could be 2 more pieces of pelt or leather or something like that.
Ooh, that's tempting.
Not a bad choice.
And the other one I had been considering was...
I am not going to cut that.
I wouldn't want you to. Either Defender or Fast Footwork, which would let me either parry or dodge for free per encounter or per round.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
This is completely off topic. I was looking at all the items in the core game items thing on Foundry, and I don't know why, but this just really tickled me.
What have you posted here?
If you look in the Forbidden Lands thing, there is a picture of what I'm assuming is the icon for an animal, but it is a donkey, and it says very clearly, chicken.
That chicken really made an ass of itself.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm stuck between picking up the pack rat one or banking so I can get a second rank in Pathfinder.
Well,
I think I'm probably going to bank.
I'm going to bank. That's
Yeah,
probably a good call.
so
I
that
guess
I
something
can-
a little bit nicer.
So that I can upgrade my fast footwork.
It's a good call.
If I bank, I get to count my leading the way as a rest.
That's fun.
That's pretty good. That would help with recovering stuff quicker. So have we all settled so far?
We don't have to settle right now. We have to rest first.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. So we'll deal with that as we start. Speaking of starting, I'm going to go ahead and kick on some ambient stuff here.
Ambient John.
Yes, some ambient tracks. And I should say that we use ambient audio tracks by Michael Ghelfi, and he does lots of fantastic work. If you're interested in getting these ambient tracks for your game or buying them for your use or whatever else, or just exploring them, you can check him out on Patreon at patreon.com/Michael Ghelfi. And he's also on YouTube at youtube.com/Michael Ghelfi Music. And you can also find him on Spotify and Bandcamp. His work is absolutely fantastic, and I highly, highly recommend his work. All right, so let's get into it. For 300 years, the blood mist prevented all in Ravenland from straying far from the comfort of their hearths. Now, the mist is gone. Brave souls and cunning scoundrels now wander the cursed world, sealed away behind the iron lock, to find their fortune in the Forbidden Lands. So when we last left you guys, you had been wandering south of Boulder Post, where you had stopped off after, getting lost from your caravan being attacked. At Boulder Post, you had heard of an adventuring party that come through there recently, and they had, someone had overheard them talk about finding an old castle with some sort of treasure in it that was south behind on the other side of the mountains. So you kind of set off to follow them, thinking that they might all be dead or you could catch up and learn something about it. And you've gone through the forest. You tried to cross the mountains, but it was impassable. And now you've gone to cut around the mountains, and you're back on in the plains. And you found a gap to be able to go on the other side of the mountains to find this old castle. And you stumbled upon a campsite with someone lying on the ground as you stealthed up to it. Drow, did you have something you wanted to say?
I did, but I don't remember.
Ogre? Did you mention the ogre?
With the Rust Brother.
Yeah, you had fought an ogre carrying a Rust Brother in a sack when you were traveling through the forest. Basically, there's a forest in between Boulder Post and the mountains. But as you travel west, you leave the forest and go on the plains. And as you were doing that, you found this ogre, a very violent, unpleasant ogre person with a Rust Brother in his sack. You didn't know it was a Rust Brother. You just knew there was a person being carried. You defeated the ogre and set the Rust Brother free, which surprised all of you, Cahoon probably especially. But yeah, you've gone to the plains. You found this campsite. Yes, Drow.
I'm sorry. I just thought of something, which is Wolfkin in the pack, Rust Brother in the sack. And I want to apologize now that I've said it aloud.
You didn't have to say it.
You
didn't have to.
It popped into my head. I did.
It had to be said.
It
had to be said.
Yes.
I
I'm
see.
sorry.
All right. So again, found this campsite. You snuck up to it and you found a person lying on the ground. What do you want to do?
Oh, we're right into it. What does this a normal looking humanoid person?
Yeah, it looks like it's some sort of man lying on the ground. Can't really get a good look. I'm assuming you guys are keeping your distance, trying to lie low.
Man flesh.
I'll get closer. If it's okay with you lot.
Oh, go right on ahead.
Of course.
All right.
Cahoon, be careful.
I will try to stealth up.
Alrighty. Then why don't you give me a
Stealth roll?
yeah, give me a stealth roll.
Okay. My agility is 5 and my stealth is 3. And I have done exactly nothing.
All right.
I
So no successes.
desperately want to push.
All right. What would the consequences of failing this look like?
What would the consequences of failing this look like?
Now, this is an agility check, or an agility-based roll, so keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Oh, Cahoon's sneaking, trying to be stealthy.
The thing is, this is also my pride.
Oh.
Oh.
I have the softest paws in the lands.
It could be, like, we're talking like if they get a bane, right?
Yeah.
They step in a pile of, Cahoon steps in a pile of rocks that looked sturdy. Turns out they're not. His foot sinks into it and he could like twist his ankle or something.
I like it. I like it.
just-
So
I was going to
something
say
like
step
that.
on the twigs, so much more creative.
go ahead and push that roll.
Should I do my pride first?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead and roll a d12.
Thought you did your pride after you failed like a push, or is that just at any time you fail a roll?
Well, this is related to his pride, so yeah, you failed the roll, you roll your pride. If you look at your character sheet, there'll be like dice at the top that you can roll. You just roll a d12. 3 successes. You see that on the die there?
Ooh.
All right, so you are able to stealth. You didn't even have to push.
Yeah.
You just rolled your pride there, and you're able to keep up quietly. I'm assuming you're trying to get right up on top of this guy.
No, I want to round the camp.
Okay. What are you looking for?
I imagine that Cahoon is keeping low, sort of sniffing out, trying to pick out any bodies or living people besides this man.
An ambush.
Yeah.
Smooth.
So you round the camp, you give it a once over, and you are quiet as can be, and you don't see anyone else. It's just him. And now that you've gotten a better look at the camp, you see that like it's just his gear. There's like the remnants of the fireplace probably still smoldering, and as you like come around, whenever you're closest to him and where he's sleeping in this opening in the field here, in the open area, you have a strong smell of like wine, like an open wine
he's
bottle.
drunk.
And you get closer to him, and you can also hear him just going.
I'm gonna get closer. And I'm Hi, doggy.
What?
And I'm gonna like stand up, and I'm like 6.5 feet tall. So
Okay.
if there's like a fog or anything, I can probably see above it.
All right.
I'm gonna stare directly at Dreamin and just be like glancing down at the body, like, should I get closer?
Is he dead?
He's drunk.
Oh, okay, wait for us. And
I don't wait. I'm sorry.
while you start to prod him, I suppose Dreamin
Yeah.
will make his way up there.
Khalid just kind of sighs and joins.
All right. So what do you do to him?
First and foremost, I want to see if he has any weapons nearby.
He doesn't have anything on his like person immediately, but on the ground next to him, he has like a short sword.
Okay. Can I roll over that stealth check to get it away from him before I make sure that he's not like
Yeah, you got 3 successes.
suffering?
I'll allow that.
Okay.
He's out cold.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna get it away from him, and then I'm gonna settle myself on the ground next to him, not like lying down so that he gets woken up. And there's just
You gonna lay down and snug?
no,
You gonna lay down and give him a little cuddle?
no. I'm going to sit down on the ground so that I'm not completely towering, and I'm very gently going to press the pads of my hand paws against his shoulder, not like the claws or anything that could be seen aggressive.
You doing the Wolfkin squat?
Yes. I'm currently in my tracksuit too.
But yeah, I'm going to wake him up very gently just to make sure that he's not like poisoned.
Hi there. Hey, easy. Are you okay?
Easy, my not easy. Our name's Rogue.
Your name is Rogue.
No, Rogue.
Rogue.
ROLK.
I love how everyone in this land is perfectly capable of spelling their name.
I learned your letters well in Ravenland.
He's fine, but he's probably going to be attacked.
My friends is not going to be attacked. Esker's too tough. No way. No way.
You're alone.
Wait, he said Esker.
Yeah, it's just Esker. He protect. We're just gonna go with him.
My good sir, you seem to be alone here.
Do it. He sits up. He looks around. Oh yeah. I stood down, taking pee. Tired. They'll be back. You meet Esker. He's pretty good. He's a little rude though. He's a cool guy. It's not danger at all around him and his company.
You don't say.
Esker. Esker
Yes.
is the guy.
man we're
Yeah.
trying
The
to
man who
follow.
was off to find the castle.
Oh, Castle. You looking for Castle too?
When did you last talk to Esker?
like last night. We're celebrating. We had a little drink.
Why were you celebrating?
Cause we're gonna go get good treasure.
I think you got left behind, man.
Doesn't matter. They'll be back. They'll be back. They'll be like, oh, where's Ro? And I'll be like, hey, I'm over here.
Are you sure they didn't leave you cause you're drunk?
I swear to drunk, I'm not God.
Has he stood up yet?
No,
Okay.
he's sitting up. But he has not stood up.
Dreamin's going to lightly shove him while he's sitting down.
He like, whoa.
Ah, yes, not drunk at all.
No. Do I look drunk to you?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure that if I were to drink your blood, I'd get drunk.
Very drunk.
Thank you. I always knew I was the life of the party, but that's very nice of you. Why do you want to drink my blood?
I don't.
Oh, are you a vampire?
No. I'm actually a werewolf. Team Jacob all the way.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
I was getting to like you guys, but then you brought up Twilight.
Do you know what direction your fellows went in?
They're going to Weatherstone.
Which is?
I don't know. Esker's got the map. They're gonna go find the treasure at Weatherstone. That's the whole thing. We're gonna go find it and be rich and happy and all the cool stuff.
What can you tell us about this Weatherstone?
It's old castle. Old castle.
So, I have the hunting instincts.
Okay.
Is there any way that I could pick up a scent, like follow a trail or something?
No, they're long gone.
So more than a day?
Probably half a day.
Half a day?
Yeah. And there's also like not any items left behind that you could track.
Ah, that was the other question.
We could ask if Rolk remembers which direction they came from and just continue in the opposite direction.
Oh, which direction? I've got a good sense of direction. He looks at you and his eyes are crossed.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
I don't believe he'll be much help.
We could wait for him to sober up.
Yes, let's do that. And Dreamin will start to gather like any wine skins
You
or
see-
beverages that are lying around the camp.
He starts like reaching for a bottle
He'll
on the
smack his
ground.
hand away. No! Whack.
And
But I want it.
Why don't you drink
Yeah.
some water instead?
It's water.
Yeah.
It's got water in it.
Kali just kind of passes her water skin. Drink, please.
Ooh, a drink. And he starts to drink and he's like, you lied to me.
For your own good.
Water running down his chin.
Listen, you sober up, you tell us which way
Roll
to...
a d6 on, or excuse me, roll on your water resource die, please.
Yeah, I had a feeling you'd make
no.
me do that, but that's okay. That's what she would do. My water die is D10, so I'll just roll that D10. And I rolled an 8.
All right, so yeah, you don't lose anything on your water resource die.
I grab it from him before he lets too much spill down his mouth.
That's probably why. It's a little ill spent on him, but you don't go down at all. So, but yeah, he doesn't seem like he'd be much help in like pointing you in a direction, at least right now. Is there anything else you want to ask him?
Where did Esgar hear about this castle in the first place?
He says, Esgar, he's a smart man. He's cunning. And he vomits. And he's just, pardon me, I might need that later. He's a businessman. He heard some legend of this magic something or another. Old Castle Weatherstone. But he and not everyone, but like people heard of this magic at Weatherstone before. And he found a way to get to it.
Oh, interesting.
He's got a map.
How many people is with him?
Oh, there's a few. There's a few. It's me.
Uh-huh.
There's me. There's Cordamar. There's Dindria. There's also brother Farabald. Farabald? Brother Farabald, yeah.
Like
Is.
rust, brother?
I think so. Yeah, I don't think any rust on him, though.
I know, it's a lie, isn't it?
They didn't lie to me.
Yeah. It's all bullshit.
That's bullshit.
We should mention we are so taking advantage of the fact that he's drunk off his rocker so we can get information from him.
Yeah.
Sure are.
Uh,
But yeah, he mentions 3 other people besides Esgar.
Interesting. That's not very many people. No, I suppose we're not much to speak. We only have 3 ourselves.
Yeah, shut up. Sorry, more than you.
We must be on the right track.
Can I have a drink?
No, not till you sober up.
If I say please.
I already
No.
gave you water.
I don't know why. And he fades slowly back and then just falls down. Passes out again.
I want to make it so that he doesn't hit his head.
All right. And you're able to just catch him in your big paws and set him down softly.
I don't know how much we'll learn from this man, even if we wait for him to sober up.
Honestly, we've already learned quite a lot.
He's just annoying.
Let's, Dreamin will start digging around the camp for anything that would be useful. Not necessarily to find Esgar, but just items in general.
All right. Yeah, there's not much. It's very much the remnants of a campsite, not anything.
I don't suppose we'd be able to find some food rations.
I mean, he has food rations on him, but that's it. It's basically just him and his own personal gear. The rest of the camp has already been packed
So
up and
they've been
moved.
truly left behind then.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a camp that's already been set up. We could rekindle the fire if we wanted to go hunting now.
I believe you only spent the first, quarter day, so it's still daytime right
That's
now.
a fair point. I want to dump all of the wine skins that I gathered right next to the man.
There's only, one that still has wine in it.
Or then I'll put it next to him so that when he wakes up, he'll drink himself stupid again. We don't even have to worry about him.
How many wineskins were there?
There was, let's say, 3 empty ones, and then 1 that still had something in it.
Trapped.
Khalil over being here how many wineskins?
Mom, please, I need to go to soccer.
Darling, you know I can still drive.
I'll have 1 glass. It's the big Mondo glass.
Do we need to have an intervention? I can make a banner.
No. I know when to stop.
I can stop anytime I
Look
want.
at your future, Callie. He points to the man on the ground.
Kali, you oaf.
Mom, Dad.
It's okay, Cahoon. It's okay.
Are we really going to do this now? In front of the kid?
Well, we are going in the right direction. Conveniently changes the conversation.
Yes. Now, we've already rolled our food for today, right?
Correct.
Okay, so we started doing that in the morning. You know what we could do? If we want to, I could, since there's already a camp, I could just start trying to turn some of this pelt into leather.
Would you let this camp remain as it is, as a camp, so that
Would we need to set up camp?
yeah.
No, I let you roll with a +1, I think.
Because there's already like a cleared out area.
Yeah, it's already cleared out. You got to make a fire. You got to set up your own personal stuff there, but
Then the first thing I'll do is set up camp.
you're just going to have to deal with him whenever he wakes up.
I mean, he's got his wine. He'll just drink himself into a stupor.
Fair point.
And I've already taken his sword.
If he's going to make camp, we could perhaps hunt if we need to.
Oh, yeah.
So, is there a tent for him?
No, he's sleeping on the bare ground with like a sleeping bag equivalent, but bare ground.
Okay. Do we have a tent?
I don't know if you guys do.
I don't think we need one.
Okay.
They're also really heavy, and we can't carry stuff.
But yeah, I rolled 2 successes, so the camp is made.
I take one of the flowers that I had from the village and stick it next to the fire. Like, now it's made.
Still wrong. Blanket.
It's a blanket.
Yes, of course.
Ah, yes, I'm sorry. Let me take these notes of what is necessary for a proper camp. Flower, blanket. There we go.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm not a lot of liked the boulder post, but I did like the flowers.
All right, so you're making camp here. You already made the roll, which was successful. What is everyone else doing during this quarter day? Or were they helping? Did I miss that?
Should we
I did not roll with aids,
hunt?
so
Should we
Okay, so you didn't need
scavenge?
to.
I would be up for hunting or foraging.
Yeah. Are we running low on food more or water more?
I am on my D6 of food. I
Oh,
think
dear.
I'm still in D12 for water, so
Then
I'm good
let's
on
go
water.
for food if you're at D6.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you need both, like one of you could, like you could both do it separately.
And if things go well, you could also just hunt multiple different times. If we're going to stay here this evening, we've got the time.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Well, just keep in
Give it
mind
a
during
shot.
the evening it'll be dark.
Fair.
True. But let's hunt.
All right, so Kali's going to be hunting with Cahoon's aid, correct? Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead and make the roll +1 for the aid.
Let's see that.
And let me look at the environment modifier real quick.
We're in the plains. I think it's a -2.
You get +1 to hunt in the plains, but -1 to forage.
Okay, so I get a +1, get 2 +1s, one from Cahoon's help.
Yeah.
All right. I have rolled and I have 1 success on my 7 dice.
All right, what did you find? You have found a crow with 1 meat. So make your marksman roll. You can't be helped with this, and it'll be just a regular marksman roll using your skill plus bow. I think you can roll it off the bow.
Oh, yes, I can. And I think I get a modifier whenever... No, that was a talent I was looking at. Ooh, I got 2 successes.
Hey, yeah.
All right. So you're able to kill this crow. Stalking in the fields, you see a crow and you take the shot. You have 1 unit of meat from it, and that is this quarter day. It is now the evening, so it begins to get dark. What are you guys doing?
Oh,
I just carry back this crow by its feet to Dreamin'.
this would be a good chance for one of us to sleep right now and then stay up when the other 2 sleep.
I can be that person if we need to. Oh, wait, no, you're really good at scouting, right?
I have a 3 to my wits and nothing else.
Oh, I have a 4 to my wits, but no scouting.
That would be the same as if I rolled it. So between you and me, Callie.
The thing is, I could survive a hit probably the most handily
That's
if we
true.
do get ambushed.
Well, either way, Dreamin' is going to try and turn this pelt into leather.
Okay, go ahead and make a crafting roll for me.
Oh boy. Right, you stupid game. I prepared for
We should
this.
just off-screen rock, paper, scissors it to see which of us stays up. Oh, you got a
Yes!
success.
All right, success. Just 1 success.
I
But-
turned D3
All right.
into leather. I only have 3. And
I rolled a 3.
I also rolled a. No, you rolled a 3. That's
Sorry.
great.
Jacob also rolled and got less. I just rolled a D3 and
We got 3.
got 3.
Excellent.
So you turn all of your pelt into leather. Go ahead and mark that on your sheet. I think, does that reduce the weight for you? I think it
think
does.
so.
Don't believe so. I think leather weighs the same as
I thought it was like 0.5 less.
Yeah, I'll find out. Nope, it's normal.
Who was going to sleep during this quarter day?
Let's let Kali sleep.
All right. You don't have to do anything because you're at camp. It was already made during the day.
So I'll sleep.
Yep. And then unless anyone has anything else to do in the evening, which remember it is dark, let's go to night. And Kali will be keeping watch.
And I should note that I gave the crow to Dreamin.
Yay, I eat it in the morning.
Okay.
Raw. And
So we go into nighttime. Nothing's going to happen at night. So it is now the morning quarter day. It's light again. You don't have to roll your food die. Everyone go ahead and roll their resource die.
I know you said nothing happens, but we do normally have to roll for keep watch.
Yeah, I was just going to reduce a roll.
Nice. You said, what were we doing? Oh, rolling the resource die.
So you don't have to roll for food. Everyone else has to roll both. You just roll for water.
Oh, crap.
All right, so Kali's food goes down.
Oh, no, I'm good.
Yeah, my food goes down.
And I think that's it. All right, cool. In the morning, Rolk wakes up and he's just like, you can tell at some point in time he woke up and finished the wineskin. And so he's just like,
Good morning.
it's a dog.
Morning.
I am not a dog.
Oh, I thought that was a dream. Holy shit.
Well, hello there, Rock.
Oh, no.
I'm Cahoon.
We decided to stick around to make sure nothing ate you and got drunk off your corpse.
How very kind. He's just rubbing his face. He looks horrible.
Are you any less drunk this morning?
Unfortunately. Oh, God.
I do believe you've drank everything here.
He
No
breaks
hair of the
out
dog for
his
you.
rations and has something to eat, and he is just he's in a bad way. Where did Escott go? Did you guys see him?
Where did Escar go?
Hey.
It seems
Shut up.
it seems yesterday when we found you, your friends had already left you.
Oh, jeez. How long has it been?
A day, probably.
A day since we found you.
He looks around and sees all the empty wineskins around him. He's just like, shit.
Made a mistake, have you?
I guess they're not coming back, are they?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Do you have any idea where they went?
Do you?
You mentioned something about a stone?
Weatherstone, the castle Weatherstone, right?
Oh, jeez. Yeah, they were going to Weatherstone Castle. It's some old ancient myth. Like, the old king used to be there and now he's permanently there or
Mage
something
King?
like that. No. King Alga...
Oh, King Al,
Al
yes.
Capone? No, Algarad. Yeah, he was... I don't know, man. This is stuff I'm not into. Anyone want to make a lore roll?
I mean,
Can
I
we
could
all do it,
try.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't see why not.
Boy.
Hey, I got a success.
Hey,
I got
a
two
success.
successes.
All right.
We're some smart people.
Wow.
We know our lore.
Pretty good. So instead of trying to have him explain it, I'll just say this as if it unlocks some sort of knowledge in you that you remember. This is a legend about a place. 10 generations before our time, the cruel king Algarad declared that Alderland had become overcrowded. He sought to expand his kingdom by leading an army across the mountains to Ravenland, where he fell in battle against the demonic hordes of the sorcerer Zygopher.
Oh, that's the Sorcerer King.
Yeah.
Right. As he was lost, so too was the scepter Nekahaka, which I can spell if you would like.
Hold on. How do you spell King Al Gore's name?
Algarad, Algarod.
I was so close.
And he had a scepter
Nickelhawker.
called
Nickelback.
Nickelback. What? How do you spell the scepter's name?
scepter. The scepter is spelled Nekahaka.
Nekahaka.
So too with the
Rikahaka.
scepter Nekahaka, rumored to be the source of his power. However, the will of the king burned so fiercely that he refused to die and for ages stood watch in the stronghold of Weatherstone. Legend has it that Algarad will march again one day to retrieve the spire of Nekahaka and complete his conquest of Ravenland. But the curse was suddenly broken and the undead king and his men finally went to their final rest.
Oh.
There are whispers that Algarad's war chest remains in Weatherstone, forever guarded by evil spirits and the beasts of the sorcerer. Now, it's not like Rock pops up and tells you all this.
Yeah.
It's more just you've made your lore check, so I'll just read you the legend as is in the book.
We put 2 and 2 together from our memories.
Yeah, so
Like from stories we've heard and such.
Yeah. Like maybe fairy tales or whatever else. So Weatherstone is this ancient castle that some, long dead king is supposedly resting in with perhaps a treasure.
Interesting. Now, Rolk, correct me if I'm wrong, but you said that your boss, Esgar, was traveling with a Rust brother?
Oh, yeah, brother Farabald. I can never remember his name. He was part of the party, yeah.
That's some risky company you were keeping, was it not?
Yeah, he gave me the creeps.
Rust brothers suck.
Sometimes they're a necessary evil,
Oh,
I don't enjoy the constant proselytizing.
Yeah, he definitely had a lot of, tracks and stuff like that.
Pamphlets, yes.
Yeah, but they were all, talking about how you could, you can go through the blood mist. And I was just like, bro, the blood mist is gone. It's gone.
Yeah, they really need to update their marketing strategy.
Yeah.
What about the other members of your old party? Did any of them, I don't know, do magic, have combat capabilities?
Yeah, there was Kortamar. He's a hunter from Harga. We picked him up a while ago. He's pretty handy. There's this woman named Dendria. She can play the fiddle pretty well.
Bard.
But I don't know, I just don't trust her sometimes.
Minstrel.
She's one of those people who seems
Minstrel?
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 I think it's minstrel.
Okay.
she's one of those people that seems to be really happy and bubbly, but you're just deep down you're gonna kill me.
I have no idea what you mean.
Yes, no idea whatsoever.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for not killing me when you found me, and everything. Could you point me at the closest watering hole? I need to go find some work.
Yeah, if you just take a look at Foundry, you'll see that...
Hold on, let me get out my iPad.
Now, you see, you have to push the power button.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Between 50 and 60 kilometers to our northeast, there is the outpost of Boulder's Post.
Oh, okay, so...
Travel east until you hit the river and follow the river northward.
Okay. Thank you. He packs his things, and he starts making his way.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you. Do you have any wine?
No.
You don't need it.
Okay.
You can get some in Boulder Post.
Oh, yeah. He goes
It's
on
quite
his way.
delicious.
I sure don't hope I don't meet any orcs that insult me.
If so, their deck will probably be pretty small.
Just walk away. That's what we did.
All right. Yeah, so what do you guys want to do? It's morning. What you guys last heard is that they were headed to some castle, which you now know to be Weatherstone, which was south of Boulder Post, past the mountains. You couldn't go past the mountains, so you found a gap, which is to your south right now. So where do you guys want to head?
I guess we...
Onward?
I suppose we would just head south more, right?
All right. Someone make me a lead the way
I
roll.
shall lead the way.
And I shall scout.
I'll also say, so you can go south. You could also go into the mountains. I probably should have said this. If you look at the hex to your southeast, so I'll ping it on the map for you guys. It looks like a plains, but it had mountains in it. I probably misdescribed it. It is a regular mountain. This one in particular is a regular mountain hex. So if you want to cut through that, you could. Otherwise, you can go through the gap to the south.
Do we want to see if this guy wants to join us?
I worry we wouldn't have enough money.
To hire him?
Yeah. Because I only have like a silver. And we haven't
I've got 2 silver. However, he could join us on the fact that he sort of owes us his life. And on the hope of some loot.
I don't even have 2 silver.
We would have to appeal to his adventurous side.
Hold on 1 second, y'all. Rock!
Yeah?
Come back real quick!
Really? Really? I just got started.
What was thinking? Just come here.
You see him, you turn around, he's like 300 meters or so out. He starts walking back because there's wide open plains. You can like see his little walking stick pop up, you know. Yeah. Rubbing his head.
We wanted to know if you wanted to come with us.
Oh, me?
Yeah. And you are already headed to that place.
I mean, I have no idea how to get there. I was just following Eskar. He's the guy with the map.
We have
an estimation of where we're going, right?
South.
Okay.
And
we have
to the mountains.
We have a rough estimation of where we're going. The best case scenario, we catch up with them on their way back to Boulder Post and you can get your pay. I guess that would be the worst case.
Well, if we run into them at Weatherstone, if we find it and they're there, what are you going to do?
Like I said, worst case, we run into them there. We go home empty-handed. You pick up your pay from him. The best case, we either get the loot from there, and maybe we get the loot off of their bodies.
He starts thinking, Cahoon, you can recognize a kindred spirit of someone who is not very smart and was betrayed by their face. And he's just like, all right, okay. I'm not too great, but I'll stick around. Sorry about the whole wine thing. I'll come along.
Can you use that short sword?
Oh, is this old thing? Sure.
Pulls it out, drops it, impales his foot.
Oh no, I'm dying. I'm totally dead now. Yeah, I mean, he pulls out, gives a few. He's like, I'm a little rusty. You can see Rolk is like probably mid-40s, so middle-aged. He can definitely hold his own.
If he can fight, he might be worth keeping with us.
If he's older, then that probably means that he has reputation.
A little bit.
Can I roll to see if I know who he is, or if I've heard of him in the past?
I mean, I'll just tell you haven't heard of him.
Okay. Thank you.
So do we still want to do that survival roll for pathfinding to move south?
We'll need to do that regardless.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I'm going to go ahead and roll that. I had it set.
All right, so that's a success.
I got 1 success on my 7 dice.
I know you mentioned moving south, so are you going to move directly south through the gap, or do you want to go through the mountains?
Which way do we want to go, everyone?
I feel as though we're trying to get past the impassable mountains, so it would probably behoove us to go, southwest?
No, well, you can go directly south as the gap, but the mountains are passable to the southeast. So this hex, they are passable.
Oh, okay.
And then there is a gap. Oh, another plains biome. Basically, I'm saying there's a mountain hex right here to your southeast, and then there is a plains hex directly south of you.
Well,
sounds like the castle was like into the mountains. I would say south. Or do we want to check off that hex off our list just in case and then continue? Let's check off the southeast one.
Yeah, let's go
off our
south.
okay,
list.
southeast it is.
It'll be the only one we can go to if it's mountainous because it's difficult terrain, but that's fine.
So you said southeast?
Yeah.
Sorry, I just got to make Rolk real quick here.
Never introduce an NPC you don't already have made because we're going to take him if we can.
We have a history of adopting NPCs.
Yeah.
It's just babies.
It's like you don't even know me.
Rolk is my son now. You're a grandpa.
Okay.
It's just like
This
pack is
40-year-old
bigger
man.
That makes sense.
Wolfkin alone, weak. Wolfkin together strong.
Strong.
Monkey.
Wolfkin.
I hate that we had the exact same breaks in that laugh.
It's my keep it together laugh.
We done
Yes.
making yucks?
Yes.
Yes.
We'll never not yuck.
All right.
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
It's disgusting.
So you guys go to the southeast. Let me reveal that on the map for you guys. You're only able to move 1 hex because it is the mountain terrain. But as you're going through, you're walking along up and down these mountainous hills.
Do we fall into a big pit? Because that looks like a big pit.
Yeah, seriously.
Insert the pit song from Parks and Rec.
No, you don't fall into a big pit. You dream and you're walking along with Kali, and you just see this stone covering on the ground. It has grass growing on it, and it's shunted over, and there is a open cavity in the ground.
Oh dear.
Well, that's interesting.
What?
Rolk just keeps walking. Oh, what a beautiful day.
Derek,
Whoa, Derek.
your pants
Your
fell
map.
down.
What?
Your map.
Your pants fell down. The map is.
Oh,
Fully visible.
sorry. My bad.
I averted my eyes, don't worry.
It's okay.
I memorized everything.
Yeah, right.
All I remember is there's lots of mountains to the south.
So
And I'm pretty sure we
it's
already knew that.
just a
Yeah.
big hole?
No, it's more like the stone is moved away, and it's not just a hole in the ground. It's cut a certain way. It's rectangular. The stone's covering part of it, though.
Is this something we can roll lore on, or
No, it looks like it's some sort of entrance to something.
Fingrov.
Are there any stairs?
Yeah. If you get closer to it, you look in, and there are stairs going down.
Huh. Here's what I propose. This is interesting. I want to check this out.
I do love to explore.
There's no telling what we'll find down there, so here's what I propose. We spend today camping, hunting, and getting ready, and maybe, if I'm lucky, by the end of the day I can craft us some armor. And then tomorrow, we explore. Thoughts?
I don't know how much I want to go into the sepulcher.
Ooh, you're improving your vocabulary.
I'm actually rather loquacious whenever I'm given the opportunity.
Oh, good job, Cahoon.
Thank you, Dad.
Smashing.
We could just mark it and come back later if we don't want to worry with it right now.
I am running low on food. It would not be a bad idea to hunt and then return.
I mean, we could just poke our heads in a little bit, right? Just a smidgen.
Wow. What the heck is that, you think?
A hole.
I gathered that much.
It looks like a giant toilet.
Would no.
For giants.
Oh, for giants, yes. I wouldn't choose it yet, though. We might be going down there.
I don't. If a wolfkin shits in the forest and nobody is there to witness it, doesn't make a sound.
Does it smell?
No, but you have 3 witnesses here.
We're also not in a forest.
Fair enough. I have been defeated.
Are we going to explore or not?
I mean, I say we can. From what I understand, if we really tried to explore a place, it could take days or weeks to do it.
It depends on how big it is.
I say let's just take a quarter day and check it out.
Basically, what happens is whenever you want to explore a place, so every room you explore takes a turn to look around in, and a turn is 15 minutes. So if you explore somewhere really big, it could take a hot minute. But if it's smaller, it might not take up a whole quarter day. It depends on how big it is.
The thing is, we're trying to catch up with people.
We are.
Oh, that's true. But what? That actually is a fair question. What is our plan if we catch up with them? Ask to join them?
Fight them for the glory. No.
Or are we trying? Are we getting underhanded here? We want that map and we're greedy.
I kind of want to see that castle. I kind of want to beat them
I
to
want the
it.
castle. The castle's my ultimate goal.
I think the long and short of it is that we're hoping these people are dead.
Yeah. Like we get there and they're dead already.
Yeah.
And they've already put a dent in whatever forces there are at the castle.
Yeah.
So at that point, I mean, they're going to be ahead of us if they have a map. We're going to be struggling to find them.
The thing is, we could also catch them on the way back whenever they're weighed down.
That's
and we would
true.
have a guy who was left behind by them who might want revenge.
Ooh, pleasant.
Yes, okay. Fair point.
So we going in the hole?
We'll come back for the hole.
We'll come back for the hole.
That's a really cool looking hole.
It is a very
I like-
cool looking hole.
I like to imagine we had like a little group huddle discussing our motives.
Yes. So are we really going to kill these guys if we find them?
No, we're hoping they're already dead.
Rock over in the distance, just like, wow, look at this hole. Guys, it's a hole.
I mean,
It's a nice hole.
that's sort of what I do.
Yeah. Well then good, yes, we'll go try to catch up with Esgar.
So do you tell?
Let's go.
Do you tell Rock that you're going to kill Escar?
We'll hold on. We're not going to kill. Okay. Rolk, come over here.
Yeah.
I feel like you deserve to know some things.
I'm having such a good day.
We're hoping
my
that when
God.
we find Esgar and your old party, they're already dead.
Oh,
That
We're
way the
treasure
loot is
hunters.
all ours.
Just like they are.
am I a treasure hunter with you guys?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Would you
that's
like
so
to be?
exciting. Yeah. So I really wanted to like be a treasure hunter, but like Esgar was kind of like, but like he got convinced by his friends to take me along, but I think it was a setup.
Oh.
Why would you be set up?
I don't know.
Do you know them outside of this?
No, I heard they're treasure hunting. I was like, yo, I've always wanted to do that, so I came along.
Well, you are a treasure hunter. 'Cause
I
you're
am.
with us. Absolutely.
Can we go treasure hunting this hole?
Hey,
You really want to explore the hole, don't
It's
you?
just such a nice hole.
the thing is, we'll be back for the hole.
We'll come back for the hole.
Well, yes, first we'll find Esgar and the castle.
Well, so how will we know where the hole is to come back for it?
It's on the map.
I
You
always
have a
know
map?
where I am.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Are you the map?
I have a map.
What's your name again?
My name is Khalid.
All right, Kali, writing down in his journal, quote, the map.
Well, you see, Rolk,
All
if you
up here,
look
and she taps her
at
forehead.
the page for leading the way in the player's
Oh,
handbook,
wait, I have one of those.
it says when you're going back to a hex you've already been to, you in fact do not need to roll, which means that we can come back here for free without rolling. It would just take time.
I've never made a lead the way roll before. I was about to, but then you guys called me back.
Yeah, hey, we got someone who's great at leading the way.
I'll say.
My mom always knows where she is.
Okay. God, I should have known, like, reading this setting, it's very dark and, like, old school kind of D&D kind of way, but we would turn it into It's Always Sunny in the Forbidden Lands.
We're just a bunch of happy people.
We're just happy murder hobos.
It's Cahoon is the epitome, yes, of the he's a happy dog. He's a happy dog. You know, it's great.
All right, so you're going to pass up on it for now. That was your morning quarter day, I believe. It's now the daytime quarter day. You're in the mountains. Yes, Drow.
What is his name again?
Rolk?
Rolk, you said that you thought you were set up, right?
Yeah, I think like maybe they were just like leading me on to like lose me or something.
That's kind of shitty of them.
I think, yeah, but you know what? Like maybe they're just like having a laugh and they're testing me. I don't know.
I don't think that they would have been just testing you if they let a 6.5-foot wolfkin sneak up on you.
Oh, maybe. Maybe they just didn't think about it.
I mean, they smothered the fire. They knew that you were still there. You were right next to it.
Oh,
They wanted you gone.
that's kind of, oh no.
Yeah, doesn't that make you angry? I'm angry for you. I can't believe that they would do that. You're a cool guy.
It makes me sad.
You were abandoned.
Do you have any wine?
No,
No.
sadly.
But I am gonna
I need a sad wine.
I'm gonna draw my paw finger under his eyes if he's crying.
He's not crying yet.
Okay, good.
He looks downtrodden though. Do you caress him with your paw?
I will put my paw on his shoulder and I'll pull him into my big, fluffy chest armpit area. You know, like a side hug.
There's a lot of fur here.
Smells delightful.
Yeah.
It's actually not that bad.
I think you're a cool guy.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
And I'm gonna be there to back you up if we get into a fight.
You're gonna make me cry.
Please don't cry.
Okay.
I mean, if you need to, I totally understand.
I'm only
but
talking in a whispered way because you're squeezing me really hard
I'm
right now.
sorry.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's better. All right.
Out of character, we can't travel anymore, can we? We've done a hex, and we can only do one hex in the mountains, right?
Yes,
can
but you have another
travel
quarter day.
Twice a day. Like in a typical situation, we can travel up to 4 hexes.
Oh, okay.
2
So do we
hexes
want
per
to go
travel.
forward?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
Then I shall lead the way.
Could
Okay.
you put our hex on the whole map? Hex.
Oh,
hex
my bad.
Token
Sorry.
hex.
Yeah.
Hex hole.
So which way do you want to go? I'll say, for the sake of
That's a
ease,
warlock. Like, that's so.
I'll say for the sake of ease, you can continue in the mountains. I think I was being a little bit too. Last time I may have misjudged what is and isn't high mountains. I don't know. The token thing is really not clear about it. We can go south and go back on the plains to keep going around these mountains, or you can just walk down the mountain range, I'll say. But you only move 1 hex at a time.
Let's just keep going
West.
southeast.
South. Oh, okay.
All right, so make another roll.
And
All
I
right.
will do another scouting roll.
Okay.
Ooh, lots of success. Of 7 dice, I got 4 successes.
Okay.
I got a single success for a scouting check.
I'm a total badass when it comes to this.
So you scout and you don't see anything. It is now the evening quarter day, and it is now dark in the evening quarter day. Nothing happens.
I'll set up camp.
All right, go ahead and make your survival roll real quick and take a +1 because Rock will aid.
Hey, Ralk,
Yeah?
when you're done, will you throw the stick?
The stick?
Yeah,
Do you
I've
have
got a stick.
All right, you make camp successfully.
I take the flower, I put it next to the fire, I take the blanket, I put it on the ground.
Don't touch it!
You've
Sorry.
told me I could.
Sorry.
Be nice.
I'll make sure I ask next time, though.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I just wasn't expecting it to not be in the place where I left it.
It's okay. I'll make sure I ask next time.
I apologize.
So where's the stick?
Right here.
And I'm
All
going
right.
to hand him a stick.
And he throws it curiously, like down the hill a little ways.
I fetch.
I have a question. Does Cahoon have a stick? Or does he just find a stick at every new campsite?
I imagine that he just finds a stick.
Okay.
However, if we wanted him to have a stick
I only ask
That'd be
because
fine.
I've seen dogs that will play
with a very
with
specific
the
stick.
same stick for months at a time. And it's just the craziest thing.
like your dog, Dossie, your parents' dog.
Yeah.
She has a stick she likes, and she carries it around.
All right, so you make camp. You're able to rest. You throw the stick, put the blanket down, put the flower next to the fire.
I bet that flower is looking great.
So,
I'm drying it by the fire.
is there anything else anyone wants to do? It is dark, but like I think only Rolk and Dreamin were making camp.
If I sleep now, I'll have to roll for endurance.
Correct.
I'll go ahead and do it.
Okay.
I neither fail nor succeed.
All right, so you just aren't able to sleep. So that you can sleep during now that camp is made, you could just sleep during the night.
Yeah. We just don't have someone to keep watch.
All right, so you sleep. I'm going to go ahead and move us to the morning of the next day. What's the game plan for today? Same thing, keep moving the same direction.
Keep moving.
Keep
yeah.
moving.
What about the river in front of us?
The river opens up and there's like plains to the south and southwest of you.
But is there a place to ford the river?
If you move to the southeast, you will not have to.
Oh, okay.
It's only on the south part of your hex.
It looks like it's a stream up until then.
Yeah, it's a stream originating from somewhere in this mountain range.
In the snowmelt, probably.
If we decide to go... Oh, you said we wouldn't have to if we went east.
Southeast, yeah.
South. Okay,
Ceased,
cool.
if you will.
So go ahead and make the roll.
I feel
if
like
that's-
those are high mountains, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'd said before, but I just don't understand the thing. So flavor, they're high mountains. You couldn't move between them, but you can move into the hex to the southeast. It'll just be more mountain terrain, so you only move 1 hex. All right, so you want to move to the southeast?
We shall.
All right, go ahead and make the roll.
I'm doing a scouting check.
All right,
I
so
succeed.
Success
Oh,
on
boy.
both accounts.
I have a success and 3 bane that don't count against me right now.
All right, so you move to the southeast, and you're going up and over these mountain hills. It's really strenuous, and that's why you can only move at like effectively half the speed. And it is now going to be the daytime quarter day whenever you finish that. So as the sun is like in the top of the sky, like noon, you come over a hill and you see in a valley before you an ancient castle.
Yes!
And that's where we're going to pick up next time.
I actually do have a question that is not pertinent to Weatherstone.
Can it wait?
Yes.
But we were so close.
Well, find out next time.
Your cliffhangers are illegal.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Third Gallon Podcast. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing, rating, and reviewing us. If you want to see more from us, check out our website, thirdgallon.com, or follow us on Twitter. We are @thirdgallon, that's THIRD Gallon. You can also tweet at us using the hashtag #thirdgallon, and we are on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and Tumblr with the same handle, @thirdgallon. We also publish a video version of this podcast on YouTube and Twitch. Our YouTube channel is called The Third Gallon, and our Twitch channel is @thirdgallon. Our ambience for this episode was composed by Michael Ghelfi. You can find more of his work at youtube.com/Michael Ghelfi Music, and you can support his awesome work at patreon.com/Michael Ghelfi. Our theme music for this season was composed by Alexander Nakarada. You can find more of his work at serpentsoundstudios.com and support him at patreon.com/A-Nakarada. That's patreon.com/ANAKARADA. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.